Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and it plays some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Got to put that in the air.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Shuck. It's complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Going to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Lacey. Nice pitching catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
2nd down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run.
That's touchdown.
Finishing with his pads.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Louisville 7, Nebraska 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He makes the connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. To the air on 1st down. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to the air one more time. With the catch, it's Johnson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To throw, it's Shuck. They're bringing heat. Fires and picked off. Didn't
Bad
get
pass.
loose on
He
the
just
return,
sitting
but
right
he'll
there
take
to the
it
right
as they
to
have the
him.
ball at the
Damn.
27. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Gets it out quickly. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse.
Yeah.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That right there is almost a benchable offense if you're the quarterback. First and goal situation, you can't take a sack, but to make matters worse, you can't just keep backpedaling and backpedaling. They're almost out of field goal range now.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly.
Thank you.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over the 18.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
I'm thinking about what I'm about to miss.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on
I am going to be sleeping.
They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get
You
a
know how I go. Love Friday.
And
you know who I am.
If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that
I am.
2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that
Appreciate
I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Scanning the field, it's Shuck. Unloads it left. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gonna let it fly. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Pass is
Yo.
incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Louisville 7, Nebraska.
The Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half.
Okay, let's play better, man. We gotta play better.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Getting some heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, it's Raiola.
Oh my gosh.
Fresh air.
Damn.
Destroying his way through the field. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quickly complete.
They let him catch it and go before I can even do anything.
Finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, you can see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. He gets so close to punching it in, and you could tell he wanted to, but pushed out of bounds at the 2. And guess what? 1st and goal from the 2, this offense will take it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Now they'll line up for what
Or
they
10-4 yards.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Got a lot of running room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to Brown. Thrust that arm out. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Shuck.
I see him playing back and I still threw it. I'm just...
Got room on the return. Touchdown, Huskers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off.
I seen him play back and I still forced that. Like I got a 5-star quarterback.
Is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Paul? Gets the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Fuck, man.
The Louisville offense
Pick
is
six,
back
too.
out on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Takes his shot. Got his man on the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw. It's Shuck. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Catch in the middle. It's Bell. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes.
He moved way faster than I thought he was going to.
The first
He
down
ran that route clean.
the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws.
Yo, this is
And it
ridiculous.
is another interception. Just a
I put myself in
terrible
this situation. I can't even be mad.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a
Can't even
defense.
be mad. I did to myself.
What a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to pass, it's Shuck. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Lacey. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting a sack.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get the